Hi, everybody. My name's Heather. I'm with She Rise Studios Publishing, and I have a group of ladies here that recently put a book out called She Grows Stronger. So, ebook out, paperback, coming Tuesday. And I just wanted to take this moment to recognize the ladies that are able to show up, but there is more than this actually, even in the book. So, thank you, ladies, for joining me today to have a little discussion about what the book She Grows Stronger is really all about. For people who haven't already purchased it, you can go on and get your copy at Amazon. She Grows Stronger. Pretty soon, you're going to be able to get the paperback as well. So I'm going to jump over to Tracy Powell first. Tracy, if you can tell everybody a little bit about what She Grows Stronger means to you and something that would be a takeaway that people will be able to take away from your chapter.
Oh, my. What She Grows Stronger means to me. It was really important when I saw that you were doing this book because I think we have a tendency to have a misperception of what strong really means. And my chapter is about realizing that strong doesn't mean being a people pleaser and perfectionist and trying to keep everyone else happy, but more about learning how to take care of yourself and heal old things so that you can be the strongest, best version of yourself. And so I think the key takeaway for my chapter is just that we have to check in with ourselves about what does it mean to be strong? Does it mean that I'm leaving myself out of the equation? Or does it mean I'm taking care of me so that I can be authentically me to show up as the strongest version of myself? I can't hear you.
Sonia? Thank you, Tracy, for that. Sonia, what about you?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Sonia Rodriguez. I'm a psychotherapist and women's life transition coach. And my chapter was about surviving and thriving, the power of resilience. So, as a psychotherapist, really talked from that perspective of how we heal and how we define and build resilience. I talked a little bit about the role of mindset and how we turn setbacks into stepping stones. And I'm really feeling passionate about this book, particularly because it really talks a lot about how we can become stronger.
Thank you, Sonia. Tina Fletcher, what about you?
Hi, how are you? I think the biggest takeaway from the reason I started coming to this book was because the message that you had was really profound, and women today seem to want to be stronger, but don't always know how to be stronger. And by putting a collection of a whole lot of different ways together, it allowed, I know other people as they read it, they're going to go, oh, I never thought of it from that point of view. Oh, I didn't think of it from that point of view. And it allows us to grow as women and create our strength. Now, stronger to me doesn't mean that you have created this big superwoman. It's sometimes being quite strength. It's that being able to say no when you need to say no, putting boundaries, and putting in place controls that allow you to have a better life. Now, my chapter is called Space Between because I talk about the space between the ask and the answer. And what that means is you've always been asked to do things, and on autopilot you go, yeah, sure, no worries. And then afterwards you're like, really? Can I do that? Should I put that in? And you didn't consciously think before you made your choice. And each one of these little yeses weighs you down, and so you wonder why you're exhausted. And it's not because you have done too much, but it's not really because you didn't put in boundaries. It's because of all those little yeses and all those little no's and all those little times that autopilot took over. So to me, this book is about helping you find your strength the way that suits you. And if it's not through listening what I've written, I know you'll find it somewhere else in one of the stories from the other amazing ladies.
Okay. Thank you. Adrian, what about you? Hold on, let me unmute you.
Couldn't find the button.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Adrian. I'm coming to you from Salt Lake City. I am Your Fairy Tech Mother is my business, and I'm one of the contributors to this book. which, I've read all the other chapters, and there's a very interesting variety. There's a lot of different stories here, and, it really shows a lot of different areas of life. My particular chapter was very personal, and I've been noticing that women are getting such a raw deal in every area of life lately. And, well, not just lately, for hundreds of years. And I'm kind of pissed off about it.
Thousands
So
of
this was,
years.
yes, I know. And so this was my chance to kind of stand up and say, hey, this isn't right. We're really not noticing how badly we're being treated. And it's time we stood up and said, no, thank you. We need better treatment and better access and things to be more fair. So that was kind of my little piece of it. But I think it was, it was very cathartic to me to kind of get that stuff out, and hopefully, it helps some people to realize that, oh, wow, maybe I'm not getting such a good deal, and maybe I need to speak up and advocate for myself more. So I think that is a kind of a thread that goes through many of the chapters, that, women need to find their power. They need to speak up. They need to set boundaries and say, no, this is not okay. I'm not going to accept this treatment. So I think that really ties in well with the She Grows Stronger theme. And hopefully I'm helping other women grow stronger.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you for saying yes to this project. DK Hillard, how are you today? Get you unmuted here. Okay. For some reason, I can't hear. Can you ladies hear DK? I'm not sure why. Are you using a headset? No? I'm going to jump over to Carrie. Double check your mic. Carrie, what about you? Can you tell everybody a little bit about what they can find in your chapter and what She Grows Stronger means to you?
Sure, I absolutely can share what it means to me. When I discovered this opportunity, it was a definite yes for me, because growing up, I did not realize that I was suppressed by an unhealthy, patriarchal father figure. And I didn't know how suppressed that my mom was mentally and emotionally and spiritually, and with her voice and everything. And after I got married and decided to start my own family and went through a divorce, I started really seeing society, in religion and in the secular world, how mothers and women and daughters are treated, and that our voices were stifled. That a lot of times, you have to put on like a certain mask or face in community just to be accepted. Or just to have a regular life, and for me that wasn't acceptable. And I saw it as a really good opportunity to be able to share my voice authentically, and to learn how to just stand in my own authority as a human being, child of God, and to do my part in what has been going on with women and mothers and daughters forever. I mean, it was just an opportunity for me to say I'm going to be the change maker. No more. I'm going to voice and let my daughter know that we can stand in our truth and our authority and our hearts, and be gentle and be loving and be kind, and to share. So for me, it was just an opportunity to do that, a very powerful opportunity. And I grew stronger because of it, and hopefully we're all continuing on that path. And my hope was that other mothers and daughters would read our writings as authors and our truths, and not be afraid anymore.
All right. Thank you for that. DK, I think you may have feel like you've worked out your microphone there. If you want to share with everybody, about your chapter and what She Grows Stronger means to you.
Okay, I fixed my audio. Thank you.
Mhm.
So She Grows Stronger has been, it's like a theme in my life. I can relate to a lot of what other women have said here, in that I started out life with a very patriarchal family unit, and I had to find my voice, myself, my truth in very difficult ways. And I was challenged over and over again. And through writing this, it helped me to remember just how much strength it has taken me to live my life and overcome some of the things that I've overcome. One of the things that I really would like people to come away with from this is that when you listen really closely to the whispers in your soul, not what other people have told you, not who you think you should be, not any role that you play, but something really quiet, stirring in your heart that that's like the truth. It's just the absolute truth. When you listen to that, I believe that you can live the life that you were meant to live. But for some of us, those whispers have had to get really loud and harsh for us to listen. I know they did for me. So I would love for anyone reading this book to just take away some inspiration and some sense of, wait a minute, I heard that. Maybe I need to listen. Maybe I need to listen to me. And I've just found that when I do that, my life just lights up, and I have become more the person that I was meant to be by doing that. Not anywhere near what my family would have wanted or expected, but it's me.
All right, thank you for that, DK. Eula, what about you? What does She Grows Stronger mean to you, and what's something they can find in your chapter?
Well, the name of the book, the minute I heard it, was very, it grabbed my heart immediately. The minute I read She Grows Stronger, I said, this is for me. This is where my story needs to be written. And when I sat down to write the story, I just asked myself, what story of mine is ready to be released and heard and sent into this world, and what am I ready to process and feel and resolve at the same time? Because writing my chapter has been a very emotional process for me. It's sitting with myself and recognizing, what did I overcome? It allowed me to sit with myself and ask me, but also to look back and say, what journey have I gone through? And for me, the journey has been really transformational. Um, my whole life, I focused on achieving and striving and building a successful, um, very successful women's fashion brand business. And I achieved all of that. I strived, and I said, I want this, and I want a nice house, and I achieved all of those things, but I recognized I was empty inside. And I said, how I have all those external things, but why am I broken and empty inside? What is going on? What is not working? And it allowed me to look within and recognize that in me going after all these external achievements, I did not have a foundation of strength, resilience, and stability as well. And it allowed me to look deeply into my life, into how I lived my life, into my relationship with my husband, because everything has been tested. My relationship with my husband always came to an end because I was so focused on external.
Looks like we lost our Marine. While we're waiting for Yuli to come back, why don't you go ahead and talk about your chapter and what you think of when you think of She Grows Stronger?
Zoom. So these meetings are important to me, and I love seeing the other ladies here and hearing their stories. And the questions that you ask are hard, Heather. Okay, they're deep. Okay, so, and we're authors, right? We're women. where we have this really fast connection between our brain and our mouth. And for those of us, usually it's a different gender that can't keep up with us, that, you know, it just is. I'm honored to be in the same room with you ladies because we're authors and we are speaking our truth and we're writing these words and we're telling our stories. And for me, this was, I think last year I joined and then I didn't have time. And this year you were like, no, you're not getting out of it. Okay. Just get it done. Okay. So I'm really glad that I did. And I feel that for us, we are so much stronger from just this experience doing this together. I mean, actually writing it, actually becoming published, actually having a format with Heather that allows us to heal, to express ourselves through whatever it was that we grew. And a lot of that in my life, in my chapter, which I wrote, was building a legacy through real estate, and was basically coming, you know, the only girl with four brothers in a big Catholic household, being the caregiver, mommy's little helper, all the way to growing up in the 60s with all the craziness that was going through everybody with the politics and religions and freedoms and all of that. But I was an all-star athlete and a dancer and a track star, and I was very competitive. And it was interesting because for me to compete and to win, growing up with four brothers, and my dad was a Golden Gloves boxing champion. So last night I was in urgent care with my foot, and the doctor asked me what I did, and I said, well, I did what we all do: a bucket of ice and elevate. Like, that's what we learn. So when we take off, like, I'm listening to this same thing. This is the same question, but I'm listening to whoever was just talking, a couple of you, and it's the same underlying theme with the answer is we started with this family, we learned these values, and then at one point or another, because of the changes in our life, which was me being a virgin, getting pregnant, having sex for the first time, changing my entire life as a human being, as what I knew it was, and then getting married and raising a child. We all made a decision at one point in our lives not to accept what was given to us at that point in time. And those decisions are the ones that I tried to pivot on, making me stronger in my chapter, which was basically being authentic and original and allowing ourselves to heal, and that we're worthy, and being creative and believing in ourselves and having confidence, which the only way I know how to do that is through experience, getting an education, not listening to, anything our parents said or our siblings, but only being around people that support us and being our best friend and supporting ourselves and doing what we want to do. And that's how I became successful. I wanted to either be a gemologist or a real estate broker. I drove my older brother insane, which really supported me. I flipped a coin. I became a broker. I got licensed. I started a business. I started investing. And, I failed because I didn't have any capital, but I kept going and I kept working. And I think a lot of it for us is just being consistent and taking inspired action. I think sometimes, we're going to fail. The more we try, the more we're going to fail. That's why they say, okay, 3 times out of 4. That's why it's set up like that in sports and horse racing and whatever you want to compare it to. But I think for this, my chapter, I just wanted to show women that I empower in real estate, that I've financed in real estate, that I've gotten them licensed and homeowners and become investors, with an emphasis on being independent and making money and not having to get married, or if they don't want to, or being with someone that they don't want to, that they're stuck with for money or anything like that, but to actually succeed in the greatest rewards, which are being who you are and getting paid for it and helping others and empowering other women. And so that's what my chapter was about. Only my vehicle that I chose was real estate. And I'm still doing that, and I'm 72.
Well, thank you, Maureen. And Eula, we lost you at the end of what you were trying to say, so I wanted you to just come back in and share what you were trying to share when we lost you.
What was the last thing that you heard?
Oh no, not you. The girl before you.
Oh, yeah.
We heard
Hi.
you. You're
Thank
good.
you.
Well, I
Oh no, we lost her again. I keep losing her. Well, just so for everyone that's listening, the biggest thing is this book is out. This book is available. She Grows Stronger is a collection of many different stories, women from all over the world, all over the country, their journeys, what they've done to become strong, independent leaders in their own rights, and how they help others. So if any of these chapters just resonate with you, you're like, oh my gosh, this is my story just told by another person. I'm hearing this, or I want to be like her. Each one of these authors have their information inside their chapter. They do that so that you have an outlet to go to. If you feel like, oh, I would love to work with this woman, I would love for her guidance, her mentorship. That's what they're here for. That's what the information is there for, because they are willing to help you walk the walk and talk the talk like they have. Eula's back. Eula, sorry, we keep losing you. So I'm going to let you talk really quick if you just want to finish out what you were trying to say.
think the main message through this entire book, and it seems to be very predominant in many of the chapters, including mine, is that we have beautiful innate capacity within us to be strong, to be resilient, to be beautiful beings, beautiful anchors, beautiful lighthouses to shine in this world. And the challenge for many of us that happened was to recognize that we do have this beautiful energy, this guidance, this strength within us, and to be able to tap in. And unfortunately, many of us had to go through difficult challenges to recognize the strength within. But by us going through our difficult challenges in life, that's what made us stronger. That's what created that beautiful story that all of us are sharing in the book. And that's what unites us as well. Many, it's so common, and um, Hannah talks about it all the time. We are all united, but a lot of the times we feel that we are all separate. But through our difficulties that we overcame, to me, it almost feels that we are really united. We are all as one. We experience same things just in a different way through different journeys. But we also become stronger in the process. And when we are able to overcome, become resilient, that's what makes us stronger in the process. That's what makes us share our stories. And that's what makes us share our um, impact with the world. And I think that's what the big difference is. If we didn't have these difficulties in life, we wouldn't be writing these chapters. We wouldn't be writing these stories. We wouldn't be sharing our voice with the world. But by us having those difficult moments in life, we found the courage and strength to become resilient and to speak our truth and to become stronger and to show other women and the world that you can become stronger in the process. So that's all I wanted to share. But I'm here as well on the line. I'll be on the line. It just somehow people call me and it knocks me out, so I settle.
It's
But
okay.
that is the beautiful message. She Grows Stronger is a really powerful um, book. It has so many wonderful stories, and it it gave me goosebumps reading all the stories in it, because they're all so unique and different. But again, at the same time, like I said, is that's what unites us as well.
Yes, it does. And thank all of you for saying yes. Thank you all for being here today and sharing a little bit more, about this book. And it is such a powerful book because we do tons of anthologies, and each one of them has kind of their own little piece, right? That gets shared and focuses on. She grows stronger, really takes you on that path of resilience and resistance and overcoming and perseverance. And each one of these ladies, like I said, just have an amazing story that they have shared. So go get your copy if you haven't already of She Grows Stronger. Paperback going to be out on Tuesday, available at all retailers at that point. But go and support these ladies. They've poured their hearts out. If you're looking for inspiration, guidance, and motivation, this is the book for you. Ladies, thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I look forward to meeting up with you guys again for the author celebration. We can celebrate all the wins this book is having. It's doing great already, and I can't wait to see what else it does. Great. Bye, ladies. Have a great day.